하늘이 더.
아이고 귀여워라 하늘이.
My skin likes your skin. Your scent draws me in. Hope you'll leave some behind whenever you go. Your hand seeks my hand. No, you'll leave me a mess, but I hope for the best. Don't know what you want. How can't you see what is right in front? Or is there something else that you need? 'Cause you might just leave me on. Your hand leaves my hand like it's nothing at all. My heart gives a take. You know you can have it, but you're not holding space. Not for me, not even control. Please don't take me too far. It will
우리 청소할 건데 일어나자. 일어나자. 옳지.